short week, we're already kind of heavy into the Kansas City game planning right now. So I'll take any questions on the Sunday's game.
They had a long losing streak. They seemed to bounce back yesterday. Where do you think they are right now in terms of their recovery?
Well, when you look at them on tape, especially like the last two games, they have scored quite a few points again. They're back in that mode. I think they're back in their comfort level of what they're doing. As far as they're very, they have a lot of different personnel groups. They do a lot of different runs, a lot of different pass concepts out of it. So, it's a challenging week, especially on a short week. So I told the coaches, the only good news is it's not a Thursday game, when it's a shorter week like that. But, I think the last couple of games now, they're back to, feeling pretty good where they are offensively.
What's it like playing in KC and leading the defense environment like that?
In Kansas City? Well, I've never been in the situation. I know in Jacksonville we played there once, and then Seattle a couple times. But, the atmosphere, we know what it's going to be all about. It's going to be a great atmosphere. It's going to be a challenging atmosphere. I think our guys are looking forward to it. We've got a great opportunity in front of us, but it's still about there's some things that we did on Sunday that we need to get corrected, especially going into this week. And, my hopes is that's what their focus is on. And then by the time we get to Saturday, they can rely on their preparation again.
All games are big, and each week is important. But you went to New England and played in a hostile environment. The defense, performed pretty well. If you look at Kansas City as another opportunity to go against a pretty
we've talked every week with our guys about we need this situation that arises to us and to go where we want to go. And, the game that you mentioned, the New England game, but every game that we have, hey, we've won a couple games. We need to go and see, can we play well after winning a couple games? All those are great challenges for us. So this game is no different. This is going to be a playoff-type atmosphere for us, and it's going to be that type of mentality in the game too. So can we go in there and perform at our highest level with all the things that are going on around us? And that'll be a great challenge.
Gus, the defense against a run has really improved these last 5 weeks. I'm guessing Perriman's return is not a coincidence. How much of a factor has he been?
He's been very good. And there's a lot of trust in Denzel, with our team. They know where he's going to be as far as calling the defense, setting everything up. They trust, where, like I said, on all the different run schemes that we've seen, where he's going to fit. And then he's an explosive player. So when he makes plays, the rest of the guys feel it. So he's been every week that he's in there. And I thought he played very well on Sunday, very well. So that was great to see.
Coach, when did you realize that Desmond King could be so effective as a blitzer? What makes him so good at that?
Well, I think that whenever you have a nickel in that spot, you hope that you need to bring him sometimes just to keep the offense honest. And so to have a guy that can be effective, and I think early in the season you saw him, he had a couple opportunities, he missed some opportunities. And that's really how his season has gone on. He may have made some mistakes early, whatever the situation is, maybe in our base coverages and maybe in our pressures that we bring, but I think he's getting a better feel for it now. He made a couple great plays the last couple of weeks. He's doing a good job tackling in space for us. So I think he's playing with more and more confidence as it goes on. But to have the ability to have a nickel that can pressure, I think the next step is now when somebody comes and blocks him, can he beat somebody? Can he beat a tackle? Can he beat a back? And, that'll be the next step for him.
Do you have anybody like that in your past that you coached, either Jackson or Seattle?
Well, I mean, he's had some opportunities. Whenever, one of the things that we saw yesterday was we schemed it a little bit based on their protections, not necessarily what they were doing, what we thought they might do. And it came free on that. So, he's had some opportunities because of other guys like Joey and Melvin. They're drawing a lot of attention. So with that, it provides him some opportunities. So, he's in a real good situation because of that, but he's also making some plays. So is there any guys, I know you and I talked the other day about it, someone said something about, is he Rondé Barbarish? Well, Rondé Barber is elite. And, I think the world of Rondé, and he is a talented player. He played nickel. He played on the outside. He's a guy that had 20 sacks and 20 interceptions over that. So he's done that over the course of time. But nothing to take away from what Des has done. I mean, he's come off the edge. He's made some plays for us. He's made big plays for us. So where he is in his career, it's pretty exciting, but he's got to continue that.
Kareem Hunt got off to a pretty hot start this season. Did it seem like defenses kind of figured him out a little bit over the last 2 months?
I don't know. His running style, I mean, like I said, we just came out of it. It's pretty impressive. At any time, he can break one. And I think that everybody's drawn to him. They know what he's capable of doing. So, the idea of getting 11 guys to the ball, don't give this guy another chance, second chance. Make sure we're on our fits, because if not, you're going to get exposed similar to what we did in our first game. So I think, yes, he has drawn more attention. I think you try to build more awareness of who he is and what he can do and how he fits into their scheme. So, but he's still a very effective player for them.
Coach Lynn said yesterday he likes his guys to know what they're playing for. He likes them to know where they are in the standings and what this next upcoming game will mean. What's your philosophy on that as a coach?
Well, I think so. I probably was never like that in the beginning, but I think in dealing with players now, they need to see the big picture. If you just say, hey, it's about getting better every day, we got to get better, get better, get better. Every once in a while, you got to remind them why we're trying to get better. It's like, hey, this is why we're trying to get better. Here's the big picture. Now let's go back to getting better, and improving every day. And so I think that's there's a lot of truth to that. And I think it's awesome, to point that big picture out as long as we can get back our focus now and get back to work. But these guys want to know why, and they want to know, why we're doing something, and they want to know the big picture. Then after that, let's go back to work. And I think this group has shown that. They come back with great focus. So I think some of it is based on your team as well.
How important is discipline against the Chiefs? There's like so many different things up to.
Right. It is. And you can be very disciplined and they'll still get you. So they just have so many weapons on the perimeter, tight end, wide receiver, and the backfield, the quarterback. There's so many weapons, and I think they do an outstanding job of utilizing their personnel. And, Hill might get it on a jet sweep. He might be in the backfield. They might send him deep. Else he might be playing the quarterback position. And so it provides a great challenge for you because of all the different positions these guys play and how they try to utilize their talent. So it is going to force us to be disciplined in what we do, but not robotic. We also, one of our prime things is we got to play fast. And so we can't let all those different things that they do slow us down.
It seemed like Corey was getting a pretty good push yesterday. Those guys in the middle don't, unless you're Aaron Donald, maybe rack up the sack numbers. How do you sort of evaluate and measure how a guy like that is doing and his impact?
Well, now that you bring his name up, I thought he had a really good game yesterday. He did affect the quarterback. He had a pressure. He got sack. And so coming off of his injury where we held him out in the Cleveland game to come back, and then, we told him in the beginning of the game, I heard Gift talking to him, just keep applying the pressure. The sacks will come. You'll get your opportunity. And he got one. So I think that was a great sign for him. He's been having some challenges with that injury, but to see him come back and play like he did yesterday was pretty impressive. Very impressive. I know it caught our attention, so hopefully he can take another step this week. Okay? All right. Thanks.